Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all how I do this really basic but flawless face, easy for on the go and honestly like every day. So if you want to see how I do this look, just keep watching. Alright everybody, so let's get started. I'm actually out of town and I think that this is the perfect makeup look for vacations and on the go. So here's my bare face before we get started. I'm going to start with my Benefit Porefessional primer and I'm just going to apply this to my eyebrows because I'm going to start with my eyebrows first. And then I'm going to apply it underneath my eye. I do crease under my eye, so I just like to make sure that this under eye area is primed well. So when I travel, I try to keep my makeup as simple as possible and use as least products as possible. So I'm going to start with this Benefit Precisely Brow. Sorry, it's not focusing, but I think this is in the number 6. I'm going to take the spoolie on that pencil and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows straight up. Prior to going on this trip, I did tint my eyebrows, so they're already pretty dark and I don't need to fill them in too much. So I just like to take the pencil portion and outline the bottom of my brows only, and then I take my spoolie and I brush that product that I outline my brows with and just brush it up into my brows. I do not fill them in, and I think it looks really natural this way. So then I go in with this clear gel, eyebrow gel from e.l.f., and I'm just going to set my eyebrows. So yeah, and I just brush the hairs up. I just brush all the hairs directly up, and then I go in with some concealer and I outline only the bottom portion of my eyebrows. I like to keep my eyebrows simple, like I said, and I like for them to look natural, and so I don't like the halo look, so I normally just outline the bottom portion of my eyebrows to give it a highlighted look. And then I'm going to go into a powder that's like a shade or so lighter than my skin complexion. And then I'm just going to blend out that under eye or that underbrow concealer so that it blends in nicely to the rest of my skin tone. Then I'm going to go into another primer. This is my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer, and I'm going to prime the rest of my face. This is a great mattifying product. It keeps your face products in place for the full day. So this is going to be a no foundation look. So I really didn't need too much of this, but I am just priming my face. So I'm going to go into a concealer. This is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, I believe, and this is in the color Amande. So I like to start with a color that's closer to my skin tone, and I'm just going to apply this around my mouth and under my eye. But I do like to apply this in areas that are slightly darker just to kind of even out my skin tone a little bit, since again I'm not wearing foundation and I want to make sure that my concealer blends into the rest of my face without it looking too harsh. So I always start with a concealer that's close to my skin tone and I kind of go over any darker areas and then I just blend it out into my skin, not all over my face, but I just kind of blend it out so it just evens out everything. And then I'm going to go into another NARS concealer. This is in the color Chestnut, and this is definitely a lighter, more brighter color. So this is going to give me that highlighted effect. So I'm going to apply that underneath my eye, and I'm not bringing it out or down too far. And I'm also going to use it to highlight any other areas that I want highlighted. So like, you know, above my top lip or my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And then I'm going to go in to my Fenty Beauty concealer in 385, and it's like a shade darker than that Chestnut concealer. And I do this just to kind of create like a gradient effect so that my concealer is just not too bright and it kind of gradually fades out and blends into my natural skin color, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm just blending all of that out. And since I'm not wearing foundation, I'm making sure to pat my concealer so that I keep as much coverage as possible. And I start with just like a concealer brush, and then I'm going to move on to a sponge just to make sure those outer corners are blended out. And I'm patting again, I'm pressing the product into my skin, and I'm not wiping it away. I want to keep as much coverage as possible. And then I go back into my foundation brush without any product, and I just make sure that all those areas are blended out and everything is kind of seamless. And then I'm going to set all of that using my Fenty Beauty loose powder in the color Banana, and I'm using a very light hand. I don't really want to bake. I don't want it to be too cakey. Again, when I'm traveling, I like to try to keep my makeup just kind of light and fresh. So I don't always contour, but my face was looking a little flat, so I'm going into this cream contour from this black Radiance palette, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones a little bit just to give my face some dimension. I went a little heavy-handed on that side, but don't worry, I'm going to blend it all out. Then I'm going to use my Cover FX face powder. I think this is in N100, and I'm going to blend out all of the product on my face. So that contour, I'm going to blend that out. I'm also going to dust away that loose powder that I used to set my highlight, and I'm just going to blend everything together so that it gives me, like, you know, this really effortless, you know, smooth finish to my face. And I know it may seem like I'm using a lot of products for like a basic makeup look, but usually this look takes me about 20 minutes. This is also one of my go-to looks for filming. Many of you have commented on my makeup in some of my recent videos, and this is pretty much what I do. What's a variation of what I do? So I will do another video showing you one of my other go-to filming looks, but yeah, this is a very simple look when I want to get my makeup out of the way real quick. So I'm going to go into this Morphe palette. This is a bronzer in the color Trailblazer, and I'm just going to kind of set that contour, bronze out my face, bring some color back to my face, and all of that. And then I'm going to take this blush from The Balm, and it's like this mauve color, and I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. This blush also kind of has like a little shimmer to it, so it kind of doubles as a blush and a highlight. This next part is optional. I don't always do this, but sometimes when I kind of want to look like I'm wearing eyeshadow, but I don't really want to do my eyeshadow, I just go into my blush. So I'm using that same blush from The Balm, and I'm just going to pat this all over my eyelid. I'm not being super neat or precise. I'm literally just packing it on and blowing it out on my eye. So it's going to give me a little color, and you know, it's kind of going to give the look that I have eyeshadow on, but it's going to be just like really subtle. And then I'm going to go into my bronzer that I used, and I'm just going to apply that to my crease just so that it blends it out, and it's going to give me a little definition in my eyelid. Knowing what makeup to pack when you're going out of town can always be a struggle, because like you don't want to pack too much, but you want to make sure that you have all the right products to get, you know, the right face. So I try to pack products that can double in use. So that's why I chose this blush specifically because I like the way that it looks on my eyelid. And your bronzer can always dupe as like an eyeshadow too, or a crease color. So again, I just try to pack products that I can use multiple ways. Now I'm going to pop some eyeliner into my waterline, and then I'm going to use some mascara and pop on some lashes. The lashes that I'm going to be using, they were sent to me from a hair company, so I don't have like the specific name, type, and all of that. But yeah, I'm going to put those on, then we're going to come back and finish the look off. So my lip combos pretty much stay the same. I'm going to start using a dark brown lip liner. This one is from Ruby Kiss, I think. I got it from my beauty supply, and it's just this dark brown color. I love me a good dark brown lip pencil. And then I'm going to take my MAC lipstick in the color Honey Love. It's just like a new color. I've used this in several videos. I'm going to apply that pretty much all over my lips, rub it in. And then this can look a little chalky sometimes, this color. So I'm going to go over it with a pink lip gloss. This is from e.l.f. I'm going to leave the color down in the description box. So I'm just going to use that to give a little color to my lips. And then I'm going to use another e.l.f. lip gloss in this champagne color, and I'm going to apply that all over my lips and rub my lips together and just blend all of that in so that the liner is not too harsh and everything looks good. And then lastly, I'm going to take this dark brown felt tip liner and add a couple fake moles. I don't know why I've been into these fake moles lately, but yeah, that's it, you guys. Again, this is my basic on the go makeup. Good for every day, good for vacation, very lightweight. I didn't use a lot of products. My face looks very fresh. It's not heavy. It lasts all day. It's easy to touch up if anything gets messed up. It's mask approved. It's all of that. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, you guys.